Oh, fucking hell, that was quick. Hello, you two. How are you both doing? A Dalmatian and an English Springer Spaniel. Oh, it's fucking boiling. It's boiling. Press it just a second too late. Can't hear though. Oof. That is fine. Ah. Heat is unbearable. But I mean, we're getting through it. We're getting through it, bit by bit. I think it's kind of nearly over. And for some reason, my game is not loading. Freya Newfoundlands, don't know what they are, but nice. Let's look at the heat. Daily. Oh my god, tomorrow's gonna get hotter than today. Fuck that. Oh, it's pushing on to... Oh my god, no. No chance. No chance. Why is my game not opening? Open. My game's broken. Oh, I was doing a download. Never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me, everyone. Okay, we're in a break. We're in a break. They will say it's going to be 41 here. Fuck right off. Absolutely not. There is no way. It's already hit 35. We can't be getting 41. We just can't be. I've already said in the future, no matter how, just houses in England need to not have insulation. Like, insulation in England is bad. Now, I don't care. I know you could argue, but it'll be too cold in the winter. I'd rather just put more layers on, whack a radiator on, a couple more layers, job done. But this is ridiculous. How much longer as a nation can we go? I don't think much longer. I really don't think much longer. I can't do it. I can't do this again next year. Next year will probably be even worse. It probably won't. It might do. It might not. Who knows? Mrs. Funberg seems to think next year it's getting worse every year, but it was only 50 years ago that we had a temperature this high in June. So I don't think she's entirely right. Just a slight suspicion. My phone isn't working. I don't know why. Exciting things though. During the ad break, the next ad break, I'm going to be able to open some Funko Pops. Not exactly live on stream on camera. Because I can't do that. I mean I can, but I'm not going to do that. But it's possible, technically. Very quickly, I need to just sort a password out. And then we'll get into it. I know ad break is just ending. But unfortunately, I need to use this password. Okay, that should be that. Has it worked? Yay, it has worked. Shit. Okay, that's that done. That can go to the side. Mute my phone. Okay, ad breaks are done. Okay, I have no clue what I was doing last time. I was doing some stuff over here. That I know. Everything is done training. I think I need to possibly go and look to see if there's any... I can't hatch anything, but I can set some breeding up if I haven't already. Which I haven't. Oh no, I have. I set it up before last time. Cool. Let me quickly send one message. There we go. That's that done. Adjust the keyboard and we're ready to go. Okay. I think we're just going to carry on with the... I mean, I don't think it really matters if we do story or not. Because if we do story, then we can progress to a new planet, unlock some new little creatures. But if we want to... I mean, we just need to get... What's it called? We just need to break through. No, what I'm trying to think of. Do we unlock more, or do we go for upgrading, our, like, stats? I mean, I guess we'll do that very... We're going to do that over time. I need to sneeze. Ugh. I sneezed. In case no one could hear it from across the world. I say across the world. Pretty much just downstairs. What are you cooking? Curly fries. Furly cries. Bless you. Thank you very much. Why is that? You want some? You fucking want some? Also, I don't know if you was watching last time's Steam, but I was absolutely right with the splicing. You get to a point where you get the machine that you can pick. Thought it smelled like some kind of potato. Yeah, it was indeed. You get to mix perks around, so you can have, you can change your cosmetics. They give you different ability points, but you can also change your like skills and whatnot. It is cool. You can create however you want with the playstyle you want. So if you like this kind of shooting, you can change it to a different element so you don't have to do it. It's really cool. I do want to get further in it. I can't remember if you... I think you can mix perks between species. So I think this... I've got this circle around me, which applies a burn and a slowness. I'm pretty sure you can get it on all the other ones as well. But I think once you've done it, I'm hoping to return to it next week. Awesome. I probably won't be able to catch it. I would like to though. I'ma make you feel. You get to, I think I can use this ability, again, like this burning ring, but on all the other species as well. So I don't think it's just locked to one species. I can't remember now though. It was like a week ago since I played. But it's cool. It's very cool. I still want to get back into Power World. I don't know why I want to get back into Power World so bad. I think it's because I really wanted to enjoy it, and I felt like they really fumbled it at the start. Perhaps. There's just so much I want to get into. Ugh. I wonder if the new schedule's going to help. When you say next week, do you mean like in a few days next week, or like the week after this weekend? Oh, nearly died. Luckily saved myself. Give me the chroma! Give me the chroma. Give me the chroma. Fuck it, why not? Bing, 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 bong, bing, bong, bing. Next week, as in the week after this week, I'm planning on streaming every day. Every day, you got a whole... Oh, you're doing your... Is it your, Oh, it's no, what is it? It's not your Twitch anniversary coming up. How come you're doing it every single day? Now it is really next week or week after that. I thought it was towards the end of Oh wait. Booked the week off for it. Why did I think it was Oh yeah, yeah, it was the end of June, not end of July. Yep, yeah. Just out of curiosity, Sting, my food is done. Do you want some? Well, you don't have to answer, but if you do, you have to meet me in the kitchen. For anyone else who's watching, which I'm sure is not many, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we back, chat. Sting stole a chip off me. Stole a chip. And he's gone next door. Oh, so we can carry on. It's actually so hot, I might have to very quickly reorganize my desk just to relocate my fan slightly. I just want to push it to the side a bit more, to be honest. I also said to Sing, I wish I had a fucking oh god. I wish I had what's it called? I wish I had some mayo. Because if I had some mayo, oh my god, a nice cold bit of mayo with some curly fries. Oh, how amazing would that be? Be fabulous. Either way, let's go hatch our 2 eggs. And then let's go and collect our ones after breeding. I like doing these a little bit separately. I like to know what came from eggs and what came from breeding and what didn't come from breeding. Ooh, we've got a strong carapin. Okay, pretty bad actually. That was pretty bad. Let's put that here. Get that curd. Should I go up? So these are the ones that I use. Well, I don't use him. I haven't used him. I don't think I've used him yet. I've used him. I've used these 3. I must have used something else. Oh, I used this. There you go. Those are ones that I've used. These are my 4. And then the other ones are there. Okay, let's collect these. So now they should appear back in here. No, I don't want to do that actually. Hang on. So these are the 2 that I just bred. They got 2, 3. What's better? I wish there was like it told you how many points overall they had. 4, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is pointless. I could probably bin that. Should up. Should I would up. Should I would up good up. Should I would up good up. I would have good up there. And then these ones we'll put there. So those are our 2 that we're breeding. I still want to get more Quipeks. Because a Quipek is what I would prefer to be leveling up. But I need to go and hatch. But I've not been getting any Quipek eggs. Unfortunately. I don't know why I'm not getting any, but I ain't. I ain't getting any. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of this back breast because I just can't hack it. Those are bad. Those are bad. I think. Yeah, so I don't know how that happens. Those are bad. And those are bad as well. Okay. How do they turn out to be so bad? Oh wait, it's too hot. Can you turn off the sun, please? Thank you. I'm very sorry, Erasing Gamer. I wish I could. Because if I could, I would, and I think I really just fucked that up. I think I just got rid of 2 decent things for no reason. How are you doing other than the heat? I know the heat is absolutely disgusting. I'm not happy with it either. Um, Thank you for resubscribing, man. Kind of rude you won't turn the sun off. I know. It's quite blasphemous that I'm being such an ungrateful, disrespectful asshole. But thank you for resubscribing. I appreciate it. I honestly wish I could turn the sun off. I can't. I can't, like... it's a struggle. I played, like, 3 hours of Blueprints earlier with Zoe, and oh my god. Sometimes it was just so hard to focus. I just really couldn't do it. But we got there eventually. Oh, this is a new enemy. The Ancients. Ooh. I think my guy's a little bit underleveled though. Yeah, he's level 10. Ooh, that's bad. It's just it just upsets me though. Going to the cinema tomorrow, so I'm going to enjoy the AC. Does it have AC? I hope it does. What are you going to go see? Anything good? I just can't believe that it's like, oh yeah, Tuesday's going to be the hottest day, and then Wednesday will start getting cooler over the weekend. But now it's looking like, I think I saw earlier that it's looking like tomorrow's actually going to be the hottest day. Oh no, some places are saying tomorrow's going to be 35, but my phone is saying today is the hottest day, and tomorrow's going to get a bit less, and Sunday we're back to like 24 degrees. Even then, 24 degrees. We're going to see Supergirl and Scary Movie. Wow, 2 in 1 go. Nice. I want to see both of them. Oh, these aren't new enemies. I've had these before. I'm just unfortunately not interested enough to the point where I want to go to the cinema to see it. You have to let me know, because I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. So if you're around, I would love to know what you thought of them. But I'll be waiting until they're available somewhere. Because what James Gunn is doing is interesting. I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm very mixed on James Gunn's DCU. Oh wow. I am absolutely gonna die here. I ain't surviving this whole thing. No shot. But yeah, I don't know. I thought Superman as a film was alright. I think David Corensat makes a good Superman. I think he played him relatively well, and I think he's written relatively well. But I've not read too many Superman comics. I don't know how like accurate it is. The only thing I just don't want is I don't want Zack Snyder to get his hands on the DCU again. If they take it away from Gunn, you know what? Sure. I can live with that, but I can't live with DC getting Zack Snyder again. Scary Movie though, I'm looking forward to. I've heard it's really bad, which gives me a lot of hope, because I think that actually means it's going to be good. The only thing that I'm annoyed about is, like, with the whole James Gunn thing, like, he's had it now, and what's James Gunn for done? He's one of my favourite Supermans. He's way close to what Superman should be. Still think Superman from Superman Lois is still my favourite. I've not watched that TV show, but I also, you're right, I love that actor as Superman from Superman Lois, because he appeared in like Supergirl TV show, some of the crossover episodes and whatnot. I love him as Superman. He was great. I agree with you. I think I would say he's my favourite as well. But I think David is good. I thought he was closer to what Superman should be, but again, as I said, I didn't really know. I love Henry Cavill, but it just felt too much like... I know it's in, like... Because this is an argument I had with my brother. I think Batman, they've always done wrong. Like, I feel like Batman should be more hench. Like, I think... Everyone's like, Christian Bale is a fantastic Batman. I don't think he was a good Batman. I personally think Robert Pattinson is the best Batman we've had. Personally. I also think it's like the only Batman to show off that he has any detective skills whatsoever. None of the other Batmans have really shown off his detective abilities, I feel like. And maybe I've not watched them for a long time, and I need to go back and rewatch them. But as far as I know and remember, you don't see the world's greatest detective, Batman. You just see Batman. I think Ben Affleck as an actor he's alright as an actor, but I think he was god awful as Batman. He played an arrogant, cocky asshole, which is Bruce Wayne, fairly okay. I won't disagree, but I think that's probably because he's probably a bit like that in real life. I get that vibe from him. But I think Batman should be a bit hench. And at the moment, a lot of people disagree. People are wanting Jensen Ackles as Batman. And I love Jensen Ackles. He's one of my favourite actors. I love him from Supernatural. I loved him in The Boys. I'm looking forward to Vought Rising. But I think he's just too skinny to be Batman. I like Henry Cavill, but it was just a weirdly dark, brutal version of him. Agreed. Ben Affleck was actually alright as Batman. I would have enjoyed seeing him as Batman in his own stuff. That I also agree with. I would have preferred him to have a Batman film rather than in just Batman vs Superman and Justice League. So I think maybe that's why I don't like Ben Affleck, because he didn't get, I think, a chance for him to shine on his own, if that makes sense. He had to put up with competition. Jensen Ackles should not be Batman. I agree and disagree, in honesty. I think Jensen Ackles could play a version of Batman, because he does the voice for Batman. There's loads of animated films and TV shows that he does for DC where he does actually voice Batman. But I don't like how Superman was absolutely hench, as in with Henry Cavill. I think that's too much. I think Batman should be the hench one. And he should look like a brutal god. Whereas Superman should just look like an average Joe, because he doesn't need to be hench. That's kind of... I'm dead. My character's not strong enough. He needs to level up. So I'm just not... I mean, again, it's hard. I'm on both sides, on two sides about it. Oh, this guy's... done. So yeah, I can see Jensen Ackles playing a version of Batman. Maybe like Batman Beyond. But I think just standard Batman, I want... oh fuck, I forgot his name. How have I forgot his name? He's one of my favourite actors. Oh, have I forgot his name? I forgot his name. Hang on, I'm gonna have to Google him. You know, I'll get a picture on stream. I'll get a picture on stream. Ah, there we go. Him, yes. Where is... Oh, thanks, Steve. Okay. This guy. Give this man Batman. Give it to him. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him. Maybe not that one. He looks a bit small there, but I think he should play him. Yeah, he would suit a Batman a lot. Yes, I want a bigger Batman. We know he has a fighting ability because he did Reacher. He's really good in Reacher, but he's also in Titans, where he does this kind of fighting. And he's good. So yeah, that's who I want as Batman. I want him as Batman. People do disagree and don't want him as Batman, which sucks. Sucks. Because I think he would generally make a very good Batman. I think he can play... In Reacher, he basically plays Batman in Reacher. Basically. Reacher's really smart, he's really cocky, he's arrogant, and all this blah blah blah. Like, he plays Batman basically already in Reacher. Like, he really does. I didn't have to run away here to do that. So I think he should be Batman. Genuinely, I think he should be Batman. I've lost... Where's my guy gone? I've lost him. Oh, he's training. He's training. It's fine. He's training. Who did I... Oh, who did I get? I don't know. This is who I'm with. Let's just put him in. Let's put him in, actually. Zack Snyder's DC was a shame because he gave us one of my favourite Supergirls, and she was in that film that we already knew was going to be the last film of Zack's reign. What was... We didn't have a Supergirl in Zack Snyder. Unless... No, hang on. Zack Snyder didn't do Flash, did he? I didn't think he did Flash. Oh, he must have done Flash because it was fucking that same guy. I never thought about that. I thought Zack Snyder was done by then. Oh no, the Flash was done by Andy Muschietti. What film was Supergirl in that Zack Snyder did? I keep messing up my characters. One's gone. I need to remember that one's gone. I'm just gonna move all of these. I don't use any of these, and it's starting to bug me massively. I thought Zack did with Flash, but I'm still fairly certain that we aren't getting stories about anyone from that film ever again. Probably not. I need to watch that. I don't want to watch it because I thought from the get-go it was going to be shit. The trailers looked bad. I don't think... Because as far as I know, it's Flashpoint. I don't think Flashpoint is anywhere near necessary for the very first Flash film. But I'm not gonna lie, again, without seeing this film, only seeing like clips or trailers, the Supergirl, Callie or whatever her name is, I agree. I like the look of her as Supergirl. She does feel Supergirlish, but I've not seen it, so I don't know the most. But I thought she looked like she fit the role pretty well. I think I want to go Vitality. It was alright. The Batman Supergirl plot points were way more interesting. Understandable. I'm looking forward to... Again, I want James Gunn's DCU to be good. I really do. But I feel like he is too weird. Like, Superman, the very first Superman film, there's monkeys making memes. He's got a whole vault of different aliens he's been collecting. There's a kaiju in the middle of, is it New York? It's just fucking utter ridiculous. Oh, and also, as the very first film James Gunn did for DC was Suicide Squad, which was great. I love Suicide Squad. I also like the first one. I think the first one gets too much hate. But the second one was also, in my opinion, really good. Until the end. The ending was diabolical. I can't believe that's the ending we got to that film. Fighting a giant starfish. It was like I was watching Doom Patrol. And if I was watching Doom Patrol, I would not have complained. I wouldn't have been bothered, but Suicide Squad fighting a giant fucking starfish. Come on, what the fuck is that? I could not believe it. So it's tough, it's tough. I have hope in the comics. As in the comics, still that I don't know. I feel like it's a bit weird. With no like, there's no like story like built up to it in a sense. Like same with the whole Flash film. Like why is Flashpoint the very first film? Yeah, but that's kind of what Metropolis is, and Lex was so good. Metropolis has whacking around and stuff happen all the time. So is it just then that this film was this Superman film was a lot more realistic than the Henry Cavill ones then, in terms of comics? Because I've personally, I've not read any Superman comics, I've not heard, like, seen any videos on Superman comics. I've just never heard about this wacky side of DC. Other than Doom Patrol. And yes, Lex was good. I can't remember. Oh, Nicholas Hoult. Fan-fucking-tastic. He was great. I loved him as Lex Luthor. But I still stand on the fact that I don't think he should have had monkeys making memes. I'm sorry. That's a standpoint. Unless it's in the comics, I will forever sound against that. He should not have an army of monkeys making memes for him. I think that's so dumb. Other than that, I think my only other real complaint of Superman film was that woman. She had that like Venom symbiote kind of suit on. Oh my god, she had a terrible transformation scene. It was awful. Yeah, you have random aliens and companies making random tech stuff all the time in Metropolis. I don't think the monkey's in the comics, but it was kind of funny and very Lex of him. It was funny, I won't disagree. It just felt very fucking stupid and out of place. Which is why I'm like up in the air. I'm like, I'm not too bothered. I still think that's my favourite Superman film. I liked having Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. He played him fantastically. I wanted to punch him, which is, well, good as Guy Gardner as goes. I didn't mind Mr. Terrific. I think I prefer the Flash or the Arrow version of Mr. Terrific so far. Again, I got no idea what he's like in the comics, but I felt like the Arrow version of Mr. Terrific was a lot more, well, I said a lot more, was a bit more comedic, which I quite liked. But I don't know if that's comic accurate, so I don't know. Hawk Girl, I don't think I had a problem with Hawk Girl. I can't entirely remember, but I don't remember having a problem with her. I would like to see them obviously bring in Hawkman, and then do a film of Hawkman and Hawk Girl. That would be cool. But it's honestly sounding like James Gunn isn't going to have the reins of DC anymore. It sounds like Supergirl is already flopping. Which... I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. I don't know if I want him in charge of DC or not. Because he's really good. He's good in times. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy, fantastic. I love all 3 Guardians films. I think they get better with each installment. I think there was a part in Guardians 2 where I was like... Oh, sorry, Guardians 3 where I was a bit like, this feels a bit way too goofy from what you've done in the past. But I'll let it slide. I think Guardians 3 had the best story. I think it was fantastic. So I have faith in him, but I think people are being a bit too harsh on him. Because they're like, oh, we want Zack Snyder, but I just think Zack Snyder's crap, I'm sorry. He's made some decent films, but I think for DCU-wise, I just don't think it was very good. Like, Batman vs Superman, I think was complete dog shit. I wasn't a huge fan. I don't think Ben Affleck is a great cast. I think Henry Cavill is a good Superman. But I don't think he needs to look like this, like, absolute unit. He can just be some average Joe. He doesn't need to look super built. Because if the guy doesn't work out, let's be honest, probably in his free time, he probably doesn't care too much in terms of like actual Superman. Whereas someone like Batman and Arrow does. Justice League was bad. I personally think. I think it was really bad. It was just the Superman film with some other people, and then the Snyder Cut version of Justice League was just as, if not worse. I think. I'm glad they brought Martian Manhunter into it. But I think it was still basically the Superman show with some other characters. Oh, you know what? I fairly liked the first Wonder Woman film. I think the first Wonder Woman film was pretty decent. The second one, garbage. Second one was complete garbage. That was a film that Pedro Pascal could not save. Well, I still need to watch The Flash. So I don't know. You know what? I should probably watch that soon. Because I'm going to forget. I don't have much time. To do that. But at some point. I need to go back down here while I'm going that way. Flash was dog shit. Yeah. A Raging Gamer was saying that his favourite version of Supergirl was that version of that Supergirl from The Flash. I'm not looking forward to it as a film. I thought the trailers looked bad. But I do like... Is it Sasha? His name's Sasha? I do like the look of her Supergirl. Personally, I like the look of her... Especially her costume. Her costume looked so good. It was like the Amazing Spider-Man version of Supergirl. I loved her costume. It was not very Supergirlish, I will admit. Well, it wasn't the standard Supergirl. I'm looking forward to Millie Aycock as Supergirl. I am a little bit skeptical of her, I'm not gonna lie. just because I don't know what Mr. Gunn's gonna do. It's what he's gonna do. He worries me. He worries me. He really worries me because I really think he's got the potential to do good stuff. But I feel like sometimes he just goes a little bit overboard. Which I don't think is obviously ideal. So I guess we'll find out. Supergirl looks like it's going to be shit. I don't know. I so just want to see. I'm glad we're finally getting Jason Momoa as Lobo. I don't think I've actually watched a trailer. So I need to watch a trailer. I want to see Supergirl, but I don't think I want to go to the cinema to see it. Which I don't think is a bad thing, because there's been a few Marvel films over the past few years that I've not actually gone to. I mean, like Superman, I'll watch it, but won't pay attention. Or but won't pay to watch it. Yeah. Same. However, this is the thing, I did enjoy the Superman film. I think the Superman film was decent. As I was saying to Raging Gamer, I didn't know how comic accurate it was, but I personally prefer... I say prefer. I'm not going to say I prefer him... It was dire. No. I disagree. It wasn't the best film ever. I say I prefer him. It's hard to say I prefer. I like him as Superman. I prefer him to Superman. I like him as Superman, sorry. I just don't think Zack Snyder films are that good. Again, there's a few things that we talked about. I was like a bit like, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of in this new Superman film. But I thought his acting was good. I liked Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult is a fantastic actor. Thoroughly enjoyable to see them act. What else? I liked Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. I thought he was great. I need to play Ice. I need to go set up a breed. What else? What else? Superman is the greatest of all heroes, and that film just made him like a weedy dickhead. Can you define weedy dickhead? What do you mean by weedy dickhead? Because I personally think the other Superman films with Henry Cavill probably hasn't captured the humanity side of Superman. Like, he wasn't... Superman wasn't raised as a, He was used and made him out to be stupid. He was a joke. I mean, the thing you said, I don't think he was... Maybe I need to watch it again. But I don't think he was useless. Like, he did things. He did stuff. And, I mean, Superman isn't super smart. Yeah, watch it again. I won't for a while. I know that. I've got other stuff to watch. But from when I watched it, I thought it was decent. Like, the super smart one is Batman. If they made Batman the same intelligence of that film, I agree. They fumbled it. Dog shit. Very bad. But Superman isn't going to be the some sort of like super smart person, and also he's quite new to Superman in terms of like the character, right? He hasn't been Superman for years, I don't think. Again, I could be wrong there. I can't remember, but I don't think he'd been doing Superman for a long time. And another thing, like the Henry Cavill version, like Superman is raised as a human, not as a Kryptonian, like Supergirl is. Well, not even then. She's not entirely raised as a Kryptonian. But she's. I mean, actually, I don't know how old Supergirl is. Is she like? Do Kryptonians in Krypton age differently, or is she actually like generally young? Like, do they age at the same rate? That I don't know. So I think it was alright. I think he was good. I like some Superman. I'm not complaining. But it's to me, I think the same thing is happening now with what happened with Spider-Man and the three actors. Like, who's your favourite Spider-Man out of Tobey Maguire, Holland, and Garfield's? And then who do you think is the best Spider-Man? I'm gonna say this because I think you're allowed to have a favourite version and a version that you think is better than the rest. But I think the same thing is happening here. Everyone who like watched Superman for the first time, like Henry Cavill, like the first big Superman films were Henry Cavill, are gonna say the new Superman shit because it's not Henry Cavill. Wah 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 wah. Bringing back Henry Cavill. Wah 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 wah. Sort of thing. I feel like that's what is thing, and that's fine. If people want to do that, that's fine. If people prefer Henry Cavill, you can prefer Henry Cavill. I've got no quarrel with that. Same as I have no quarrel with people who say Tobey Maguire is their favourite. My only quarrel is I hate it when people say Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Because I strongly disagree. And I think you can base that off of facts. His films are good. I won't disagree. He's got some good films. I loved them as kids. I grew up with them. As a lot of people go, I grew up with it. It's my favourite. But I just think overall, like, when you compare things to the comics, I don't think everything has to be comic accurate. So I do take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, Spider-Man doesn't have organic webbing. In the comics, he does use tech, which Tobey Maguire didn't do. He was all organic, which again I don't disagree with. It's fine. I don't mind him trying something new. I think probably for the start of it, you probably should stick to maybe tech, and you could do what they've done now in the MCU and slowly ponder over to that, but that's only pondering because of this mutation he's going to get, so I think they worked into the story quite well. Tom is the best Spidey. When you say Spidey, I'm curious, do you mean the best like Spider-Man persona or the best overall? Because this is where my feelings are very mixed. I think Tom Holland is probably overall. Okay, agreed. Who's your favourite Spider-Man persona and your favourite Peter Parker persona? Before I say anything. Just purely curious. And again, I won't say... I probably won't say that you're wrong. Or that I think you're wrong. I mean, actually, to be fair, I can't say you're wrong. You already said that Tom is the best Spidey, so... You already said that it's not Toby, so I'm fine. You got a hard-on for Garfield. No. Just... You tell me what your opinion is, and I will tell you straight up, as I do with anyone I have this conversation with. I do love Garfield, I won't lie. He's a fantastic fucking actor. But I'll be brutally honest. I am a man of honesty and truth. I will give my opinions exactly how I give them to anyone else who I say when they say Tobey is the best Spider-Man. I wonder if I can break. I don't think I can break that wall. Holland is best overall. Yep. Holland best overall. Then I just need you to say who you think is the best Spider-Man, just the Spider-Man persona, and who the best Peter Parker is. That's all I want from you. Tom and Tom. So you think Tom is the best Peter Parker and Spider-Man together, and you think he's the best Peter and the best Spider-Man. Interesting. I won't entirely disagree. Correct. Okay. So this is where my standpoint is. I think Tobey's films are good. I think they're decent. I think the characters in them are good. I think the casting for them was pretty decent. I think Tobey Maguire made a pretty decent Spider-Man. Sorry, ignore that. I think he makes a pretty good Peter Parker, but I think he was a god-awful Spider-Man. I think the only time he made a decent Spider-Man, even if that, is possibly when he had... No, I think even then, I don't think he had much dialogue, but I think he was a bad Spider-Man. I don't think he was a good Spider-Man. I think he was a decent Peter Parker. If we got that Peter Parker persona again in a new film, I wouldn't complain. If we got that version of Spider-Man again, I would be fuming. Now, I think Andrew Garfield was actually the best Spider-Man. Which obviously you disagree with. Which I will tell you why. I think Tom Holland has had some good, like, little quips as Spider-Man. But mostly in, like, Civil War was the best version of... Let me rethink that. The Civil War version of Spider-Man was really good. Like, the quips were there. They were fantastic. I feel like the quips weren't as great in later films. Which I kind of understand because the Russo brothers did that, and the Russo brothers are fantastic. But I don't think the quips were anywhere were as good as they were in Civil War. The way Spider-Man fights, or Tom Spider-Man fights, I don't think is amazing. Like, it's not bad, he's good. Unfortunately, he does rely on the Iron Man tech quite a bit in a couple of the films, which I don't hate. I've got no problem with the whole Iron Man mentorship. But Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, I think, had the better quips. I thought his version was a lot more spider-like. Like, Danny Seagren is the best Spider-Man. I actually don't know who that is. I probably did if I looked up and I saw. But I don't know the name and can't picture any face. I just think Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was a lot more... not even a new one, he's lost access to Stark Tech. Yes, new one's not come out yet, so I can't make an opinion on that. I am looking forward to that one. I am very much looking forward to this new film. I've got tickets to go see it on the first day. I'd be surprised if anyone knew who that was. I'll look it up during the ad break. But But so far, I think Andrew Garfield has had the best Spider-Man persona. I think the quips have been fantastic. I think the fighting style has been fantastic. He showed off his intelligence the best. Apparently, a lot of people are like, all you do is bring up the lizard scene. But the lizard fight scene with Andrew Garfield in the school was fantastic. He was crawling over him like a spider. He was using his webs to completely restrain him. Rather than use his webs and throwing punches, he was just constantly trying to restrain him. Which I think we're going to see in the new one, because in the trailer we see how much webbing is over Hulk. So I do think we're going to get probably the best version of Spider-Man in this new film. And I'll be thoroughly disappointed if I'm wrong. But I also think that Andrew Garfield, when he was sat down in the sewer system trying to find the lizards, and he didn't know where to go, so he strung a web down every single pipe. That is something ingenious. I say ingenious. It's not ingenious, but it's something very smart that Spider-Man would do. That Tobey Maguire's version could never do. The smartest thing Tobey Maguire's version ever did was put loads of poles around Venom. That's all he did. I don't think Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was smart whatsoever. But it is an ad break, so I'm going to sit here. But I'll keep talking. So yeah, I think Andrew Garfield is so far the best Spider-Man we've had. I think Tom is probably the best Peter Parker, with Tobey not too far behind. But I think Tom looks like he fits in a school more than Tobey Maguire did when he was doing it. Like, Tobey Maguire did not look super young. He looked at least like mid to late 20s. Whereas Tom, being I think in his early 20s when he did Spider-Man, he still looked like he could get away with being 15. There's a lot I want to see, and I don't know how they're going to do it all. We need to see Black Cat. We need Black Cat so badly. Did Andrew play Spider-Man? I must have missed that part of the Peter Parker movie. No. I'm sorry. I used to agree with that, because I used to always take the piss out of that film being the Peter Parker movie. But going back and watching it, I actually disagree. Because I'm trying to remember. What is the first film? Who's the villain in the first film? Is it lizards? When does Gwen die? I can't when Gwen dies, but I used to be on the same things like, the Peter Parker movie. But after I go back and re-watching it, I actually disagree. I would honestly rather watch the Andrew Garfield films rather than watch Tobey Maguire films. I do think the overall arcing story is probably better in the Tobey films, but I think Andrew's performance is just good. He's such a good actor. He is such a good actor. To a point where I watched a musical just to watch Andrew Garfield. A musical. I don't watch musicals really, but I watched a musical just because of him. But Funny Bunny is the best Spider-Man villain that Denny Segan fought. I didn't actually look it up. Let me have a look. Oh, I do know this Spider-Man. Years and years and years ago. Was it a TV show? Or was it a film? Yeah, TV show. I've never watched anything about it. I never watched it. But if we don't get what we need, really... Oh, it's so hard. I don't know what we need as Spider-Man fans in the new films. We need Black Cat at some point. I think he had freezing or something. First live-action Spider, yeah. I probably won't go and watch it, in all honesty. But still. We need a Black Cat. There has to be a Black Cat, and she better be in this film, or they best be leading up to her towards the end to be in the next film. But at some point, we need a live-action Gwen. We need a live-action Miles Morales. Like, Tom's already said that he wants to pass the Spider-Man mantle off to someone... Like, there's a young kid who's like 15 years old. Who I've seen, I know him. I can't remember what I know him from. But he could be the part of like, he could be Spider-Man in terms of looks. But we don't need another Spider-Man. Especially not a young Peter Parker. We now need a Miles Morales, a young Miles Morales. We need a Gwen. I would prefer all the actors to be young because they can go on for longer. But I wouldn't mind if we got an older version of Gwen. We need Silk, Cindy Moon. So we need to add Black Cat in the next Spider-Man film. This is what I'm saying. I think they should introduce her at the... Do I still not get it? I think Black Cat needs to be towards the end of this film. He needs to sack off MJ. Sack off MJ, bring in Black Cat. Go through a relationship with Black Cat. And in the next film, he has to deal with Black Cat and then a couple others. Probably Tombstone. Because there's a lot of theories at the moment that Tombstone is putting loads of strings for this film. And we've not seen a single thing of him. We just heard I think we might have just heard his voice. So next film, we need Black Cat going up, trying to take down Tombstone, and Spider-Man trying to do the same thing. Same as basically the first Spider-Man game. Then, either towards the start of the first Spider-Man film, or the third one, or the end of the second one, we need something to happen between Black Cat and Spider-Man. Once that has happened, either we need to be bringing in Miles Morales, or we need to be bringing in Silk. Or both. And Mr. Tom needs to be having a relationship with Silk. And he's in between Silk and Black Cat. Needs to be in between Black Cat and Silk. And then in that film, he has to go up against the Sinister Six alone. His version of Sinister Six alone. And die. Which at that point, Silk takes over with Miles Morales, and eventually we get a Gwen or something. I don't know. It's hard to plan this all out in 5 minutes. They're making the new Spider films more street level, so Tombstone Black Cat almost guaranteed within the next film or two. That's my hope. I know they're going more street level because Tom was like, I'm pretty sure Tom was pretty persistent on making it more street level. He's like, it has to be street level. If it's not street level, I'm not doing it, which is good. The man's got our back as an actual Spider-Man fan, which is good. Like, very, very good. Wow, these are bad. So we'll keep all of those aside. This is just our spare team. I don't care for these, so let's bin these. So yeah, I'm hoping that we are going to get Tombstone. I'm just happy that they dug the Punisher out of the grave that Netflix almost left him in. Oh my god. Not even Punisher, dog. It's everything. Punisher, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. I know everyone hated Iron Fist, but I don't think that was because of the actor. I think that was purely because of the writers and the directors. I think they just fumbled it so badly. So I'm happy that I just like the Iron Fist actor's methods. What methods though? Because the thing is, like, when he started, he had like zero fight training, like combat training. So he got kind of just thrown into the deep end and couldn't really do too much. I think I think he could play a good Danny Rand. But for that version of Danny Rand to constantly go like ape shit, it's not Danny Rand. It did not make sense. Which is what my issue with him was. He just kept going ballistic, which again I don't think is what Danny Rand should be doing. Oh, you know what? I really need to move these onto another page. He didn't do a lot of his own fight scenes. He got started to do a lot of them. From what I've heard, he didn't want to do any of the trains to do fight scenes on camera. Interesting. I've heard the exact opposite. I've heard that he didn't receive, or he got hired and they were rushing it, and he received zero training. So he couldn't do any of the fight scenes. Obviously, don't quote me on that. That's all I've personally heard. So I might have heard the wrong thing, but that's what I've heard, that he didn't actually have the time to do the training. So I don't know. But going on the basis of that is I still think he played a good version of Danny Rand, apart from where, again, I think they wrote him entirely wrong. He shouldn't be that ballistic and ape shit. Maybe that's it. I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix just didn't train him. If so, then I'll take it back. I do like his Danny. Again, that's the thing. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It's kind of, it's not always, it's kind of hard to all entirely know, right? Because there's stuff that happened behind the scenes that we don't know. Obviously, we've heard two different things, so it's hard to know which one's true. But again, we do also know Netflix is like, they wanted to create their own universe, so it was, let's get this out, this out, this out, this out, this out. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was the case. It sucks if what you said is right. He just didn't want to do it. That is disappointing. I hope that's not the case. Obviously, that's probably what it is, or what most people would want. But honestly, who knows? But I liked him as Danny. He is coming back. I'm pretty sure. I think it's been basically confirmed that he's coming back. So I think we'll just get to find out. You know, we'll get to find out if he was actually any good, or if he wants, if he didn't want to do the fight scenes, if he doesn't do them this time rounds, then we know that he just didn't care. If he does put the effort in this time, fantastic. We know he's put in the effort. So yeah, I guess all we can do is wait and find out, and just see what happens. Yeah, I'm really hoping again. I trust Tom with Spider-Man. Like, it's all these actors that like really care about the characters. Like John Bernthal. John Bernthal is perfect for Punisher. He plays it fantastically. He cares about the character so much. I think obviously as well. Same with Charlie Cox. He cares about the character so much. So I put my trust in them to portray the characters well. So I think we just have to wait and see what happens. My big thing is Spider-Man and what they're gonna do. I think we're getting to a point where Tom. I don't know what's gonna happen because Tom doesn't want to do Spider-Man forever. But maybe at the same time, maybe he does because money. I wouldn't blame him for it because it's a nice lump sum of money. So I wouldn't blame him for wanting to keep doing it. I want to see an old version of Spider-Man, which I think Tobey Maguire would be a very good option for. I want to see a version of him, or again, also Andrew Garfield. I think Andrew Garfield needs a third Spider-Man film where he's not holding back his punches. We need a ruthless Spider-Man, and I think Andrew Garfield would do a fantastic job. I think you could, in that way, you could even start up a live-action Spider-Man universe. We obviously had Madam Web, which I've not watched, but I am sure it's really bad. But I think we could do it again. I think we could bring back Andrew Garfield, get a good director, not just some random twat. Get Andrew Garfield who stops holding back punches. Then once we're not holding back punches anymore, or towards the end of the film, we need like Spider-Gwen, Emma Stone's version of, or Emma Stone to come back as Spider-Gwen, or to come back as Gwen Stacy playing Spider-Gwen, who lost her version of Peter Parker, like in the comics, and they make peace with that of losing their version, but they found new version, and that's a romance between them, and then we can kick off a live-action Spider-Verse. Maybe. I don't know if how into that I am. I think I would have to see it. I like the idea, but it needs to be executed well. But there's a lot of things we need. We need to see Cinder Moon as Silk. We need to see Miles Morales as Spider-Man. We need to see Black Cat, Felicia Hardy as Black Cat. We need to see Gwen Stacy as Spider-Gwen. We need to see Ben Reilly as Scarlet Spider. There's a lot of Spider-Man stuff that we need to see. I wouldn't even hate if we had a Cosmic Spider-Man. I don't know who would play a Cosmic Spider-Man. Maybe it could be Tom's version. I really don't know. Maybe an entirely different version. But I wouldn't hate seeing it, you know. A Cosmic Spider-Man. I'm trying to think what other Spider-Mans there are that are like top tier. Oh, a live action 2099? Oh my god, a live action 2099 would go crazy. Honestly, I think other than Spider-Man, the only Marvel things that I'm majorly interested in at the moment is Doctor Doom and like the Netflix versions. Like, I want to see Daredevil. Like, basically the TV series that are more towards the Midnight Suns, which I think we're going to get soon. I want Daredevil, Punisher, like Jessica Jones. So basically Defenders mixed with Midnight Suns, and essentially. They give me more Moon Knight. I want more Moon Knight. Because Moon Knight was good. I also think just TV shows interest me more than films. I prefer a TV show than a film. So much more potential for story. My god. Can you imagine that? It's been about an hour talking about just Marvel. Not complaining though. Not complaining. A new Spider-Man film, I cannot wait. I've got tickets, I think the very first day it comes out. Unfortunately, not the first showing. I don't think I'll make it there on time if I did. But man, I'm looking forward to it. Even if I don't, it might give me some time to go and get some food from somewhere beforehand. But I do really want to watch the new Supergirl film. I'm interested. I don't have tons of faith in it, but I'm interested to see. The only thing that's upsetting, and this is another thing. Oh, actually, I won't say that because Steen's watching. I won't say that. I know he avoids like pretty much any Marvel news there is. So I will avoid saying that. Which I think is gonna suck. That thing that I'm talking about. I don't know if it's the best option for them to do. It does make sense. In a sense. But I don't like the idea. I don't think it needs to be done. Rock with me. Where am I? Oh god, it's just way too hot. I was gonna say, yeah, I was up here last time. I was, because I must have destroyed this to carry on the mission. I didn't jump down here though. I know I did the very first time I did this mission, but I'm missing something from somewhere. I think it's an egg. I'm missing an egg from somewhere. A golden egg. I don't know where. On other news, Vox Machina Season 4 just ended. Absolutely fucking fantastic season. At some point, I think I'm going to rewatch all of Vox Machina again. I'm probably actually going to rewatch... That's actually a good idea. I'll probably rewatch all of Vox Machina just before Season 5 comes out. Oh. Oh. I died. I think Vox Machina was fantastic. I would heavily recommend it to anyone. I do need to watch Vox Machina at some point. It's so good. Honestly, even without being a D&D fan or a Critical Role fan, I would say Vox Machina is a TV show to watch. Like, the animation in it is fantastic. The voice acting is good. The story's great. The story's always going to be great, and the voice acting is always going to be great. The story's obviously fucking Matt Mercer, so it's fantastic. The voice acting is just a group of friends who are all fucking voice actors, and they're all pretty big voice actors. Like, it's just fantastic. The one thing I will say about Vox Machina that I don't like is well, they've done another TV series, which is their second campaign, The Mighty Nine, also very good. But the Mighty Nine are 40-minute long episodes, whereas Vox Machina are 20-minute episodes. Which at first it worked, sure, that was what's best for them, but they've proven that they can do 40-minute long episodes. But they still did 20-minute episodes for Vox Machina, whereas they did an hour of 40-minute episodes for Mighty Nine. I don't know why. That's my only complaint. Because I want longer episodes. I guess maybe they weren't thinking that it wouldn't be as successful as they thought it was. Maybe the Mighty Nine, they think they can go into detail more, because the Mighty Nine, spoilers, not really spoilers, the Mighty Nine starts from the very beginning of a campaign, whereas the Legend of Vox Machina, not a spoiler, unless you want the first 10 seconds of the series spoiled. They are already a team. Like, they've already done stuff together as a group. Like, they are a group. Come the start of the TV show. So maybe they screwed themselves by not doing that. By starting halfway through the campaign. Maybe they plan to at some point go back and... I mean, they probably don't. They'd rather probably get onto campaign 2 and 3. So maybe they want to go back and do like a series 0.1. A series 0.2 or something like that. I don't think they will. I've got a really itchy nose. Noise? And the really itchy noise? I've got a really itchy nose. Which is annoying, because I think so far... I mean, it's hard, because all their characters are great. I love the Vox Machina characters. But Vox Machina is a TV show that I can't do nothing but recommend. I think it's one of my favourite TV shows going at the moment. I think it's one of the best animations going at the moment. Well, other than any animes, I don't know about animes, but I mean, on like mainstream media, I would say Vox Machina is one of the best animated. It's better than Invincible in terms of animation. And actually, in fact, I think Vox Machina is better all around. And I love Invincible. But I think the voice acting in Vox Machina is probably better. Just because they are all professional voice actors. I think the animation in Vox Machina is definitely better. And I think the story is probably better in Vox Machina as well. Personally. So yeah. All Vox Machina does is make me want to start writing more D&D again. And make my own animation, my own comic book, all that stuff. That's all it makes me want to do. Which sucks because I got so many other things I need to do. It's hard to pick what I need and got to do at any given time. And I feel like I'm just not. I don't know. I don't have the ability to make a comic. Or I don't have the ability to make a an animation. Let alone a comic. If I wanted to release a comic, it would literally take me probably like multiple years to release one comic issue. But I do want to write. I need to do some writing. I've got multiple ideas for campaigns that I want to all work into one campaign. But I just haven't got around to actually planning it or anything. So eventually I'll get around to doing it. I'll probably work on it a bit more than I do currently, which is not at all. like a month. I'm gonna have probably a bit more free time. Big life change, big life change. So I'm gonna have a bit more free time. I'm still gonna have roughly the same amount of time that I do now, but it's gonna be, it's being like spread out a bit differently. So I might get some more free time. I'm gonna have less time to listen to music, because that's a real thing for me. When I get on a bus and travel, I stick music on, and I just get stuck listening to music, which is not a problem because I love it. I love music, obviously, but I just get stuck listening to it, and then I can't stop myself to start doing like writing or this, or I go on Facebook and I get stuck on reels. That won't be happening anymore, which is, I guess, a good thing. I need to eat my dinner still. I didn't even check to see if I did mission. I don't think I did. I'm gonna leave that for a second, actually. I'm gonna see the training over here and bring everyone out. But yeah, I generally cannot recommend Vox Machina enough. It is so good. I'm gonna keep this little cat there. I'm gonna take these and move them onto this page. I'm gonna start organizing stuff now rather than organize it all later. This is a Carapin. Those aren't Carapins. To be honest, I probably should organize this in a way that actually makes sense. So Quipek was the first that we got. That is what I plan for my current D&D world. Matt and Nick will do this campaign. If they do another, it will still be set in this world. Possibly a different continent, or maybe just many years in the future. Or past. Agreed. I think one of the best things I think that you can do as a DM, I don't see why you want to make a campaign and then do another campaign but in an entirely different, like, setting. Entirely. I think you can work it in. I'm trying to put so much work into world map itself. Yeah. Honestly, the best thing I can suggest as well, as someone who's DM'd a little bit, I had a general idea of what I was doing, and that was it. Every single week, I would just make something up. I would then develop, oh, they're going to go to a new area. Let's make a new town. Do so much. If they're gonna play inside, like, one, as you said, a continent, really, before playing, flesh it out. You can flesh it out more later, but at least have a very good base for all your different areas. And when I start planning my one, I'm going to do the exact same. But I've got a few different campaigns that take place in different dimensions, is all I'm going to say. Where one thing happens in this dimension, and then another campaign happens in this dimension, and they don't know what's happening Like maybe the events of the first campaign of the event in that dimension might take a small effect in the second campaign with that second dimension. But then one of my campaigns is way in the future. I'm doing Cyberpunk. I'm doing a Cyberpunk campaign at some point. And I'm looking forward to doing it. I think this was the second one that I found. I think Carapin was the next. Was not this. So this is next. Oh yeah, I've got the general lore done, the different sections, the main cities of those areas, the theme of those areas as well as where the final battle is going to take place, and then I build the story around the area in which the path to travel to. I want to do a Cyberpunk campaign one. I'm going to buy the humble bundle of it. Nice, but I guess Matt and Nick to participate is going to be a push. Yeah. If it helps, so I'm not going to play the Cyberpunk rules. I'm sticking to D&D. 5th edition or whatever it is, 5.5 or whatever. I'm sticking to D&D. And what I'm going to do is I haven't decided yet if magic is in the world or if it's all technology or if it's a mix, or if there's going to be like very little magic but most of the tech is like magic infused sort of thing. I don't know, I'm not decided yet. But I'm going to take every single D&D spell and it's been converted to cyberware, basically. So like if you have haste is going to be some sort of cybernetic thing on your feet or legs. Magic missile, it'll be some sort of like cybernetic it'll be some sort of cybernetic arm piece, or it'll be like an Iron Man beam. Or what I'm also going to do, and this is because I love Iron Man, but also I loved Anthem. If you don't want to be someone who does cybernetics, because not every single person in Cyberpunk world wants to do cybernetics, you can get a mech suit, like an Iron Man suit, that you can customize as if it was the same as cybernetic parts. I've got so many ideas. So like if you want to play a druid, I'm going to have a druid, and that'll be probably, in that case, you have to be in basically a transformer. That's kind of the idea. So with the druid, you can't have cybernetic. Well, you probably could get cybernetic firmware at some point, but if you want to use your druid powers, you have to have the suit. There's loads of things. I've got loads of ideas, none that I've like fully like fleshed out yet. I did try to squeeze a homebrew version of Artifice into Nick's campaign where I was just Iron Man, but he didn't allow it. Yeah, it's hard. I understand. Especially, it depends how new he is to DMing, because homebrew can be quite scary at first. I mean, I love homebrew now, and I allow homebrew. If I think it's too strong, I will say no, and then if I'm proven, if it's too strong, I'll say no. Let's dial it down a bit, and if I'm wrong, then I'll adjust it. If I put something in, I think, oh, that's not too strong, but it turns out to be really strong, I will adjust it. And it's one of those things where I say to anyone who I play with, like, if we're in homebrew, I'm not promising that it won't change at some point. Like, if it's, I'll explain them all of that. Like, there might be a time where I feel like I have to adjust it. And if they say, yep, that's fine, I go, cool, that's great. No complaints. And if they say I'm not fine with that, I was like, well, it's either you're fine with that or you're not. I'm sorry. If you're not fine with that, then it's not happening. It'll be his first campaign. He will let me homebrew the race in the background, just not the class. Fair enough. That's, again, I do kind of understand that. I'm going to be a skeleton who can play his ribs like a xylophone, and that is DJ Khaled. Oh my god. That is ridiculous. He is going to have a time for sure. The thing is, though, again, you do have a normal artificer that you can play, which I know you know, which isn't too bad. I'm currently playing. Well, I say currently. I if my campaign actually that I was playing and carried on, I would be playing an artificer. He's all right. I don't know if I'm playing him correctly. I want to play. Basically, I was trying to be like a Rocket Raccoon. I wanted to be Rocket. And it's not really been working that well. Unfortunately. What do I just level up? I thought I was leveling up a Quipek. I don't know. I need to skip that song. Yeah, I think I'm going to be an armor artificer, the one with a suit since Matt brought the new 5.5 artificer. I don't know anything about a 5.5 artificer, but the armor artificer you have access to. Matt seems to be purchasing all the new D&D books so you can use them through D&D Beyond. Awesome. I mean, the thing is, if I ever get back into D&D properly, I will start buying the books again. But like, even now, I still want to buy the D&D books. I love D&D so much. But if I'm not playing it and I've got no plans to unfortunately play it anytime soon, I just can't justify doing it. But you do have a version of the armor artificer without his versions, because I was so close to playing the armor artificer at one point. I was so close, but I ended up just not doing it. Because yeah, the armor artificer does seem, again, you get the lightning suit and whatnot. I mean, I might be playing that version of artificer. I can't remember now. So I'm not playing the one where you have a companion. I was at first, and my DM let me respec it because I was not enjoying it. I wanted to be the Battlesmith Artificer, the one with the construct, but Matt is playing one in my campaign, so I feel like I'm just copying a little. I don't think so. You can play who you want. But that's the version I first played. I did not enjoy it. I don't know what it was, but I just felt like the construct was just never useful to me. Like he just felt like he wasn't doing anything, and he was just an extra character control. But his stats were really low, so I was never hitting with anything. I would use him to try and like spy a little bit, just nothing, like perception checks, strength checks, stealth checks, anything I did with him just failed. So I was like, it's just not fun. So I stopped playing that and changed. I think I changed to the I might have changed to the armorer. I really can't remember now. There's another artificer. I can't remember what the other one is. Oh, the other one is gemstones, isn't it? Like you infuse gemstones or something. I did not play that version. So I think I'm playing armorer as well. But I don't think I didn't go down the suit route. I don't think. Again, it's been like over a year since I played. I'm dying to play. I just want my friend to start his campaign back up. Matt's tried sneaking with his construct a couple times, but that's a massive metal construct, so it never works. Yeah, I think my construct was it was a small construct, and even then, just the stats through it are just really bad. It's upsetting, but it's all you can do sometimes, right? I can't do much more. I can level him up. Should I level him up? I think the stats are much better in 5.5. Fair. I have not seen anything. We're going vitality on this, so I got 15 points. So let's just whack this all. Oh my god, I've been making a mistake. These two should have been breeding, I think. I need to make sure all of these leveled up. I wish there was just a thing that showed them. I don't know what's good. I mean, this is level 10 and it's worse. I'll have to have a look. I got no clue, but again, at the moment, I've got no reason to look. I'll find out eventually. I'll find out eventually. Okay, so this is fully leveled up. This is fully leveled up. The stats on them are good. The stats on this is the same as this, other than vitality and essence actually. So this is not as good. Let's get rid of this. I've given Matt and Nick 2 NPC companions, so to fill the party out a little. So currently is a paladin, an artificer, a monk, and an ill-rigger. I've never played with an ill-rigger. I don't even know if I remember what an ill-rigger is. Isn't it towards like a pirate or something? I can't remember now. I know the name, but I can't remember what it does. And giving them the option to get more companions if they want. That's not a bad idea, more companions. As long as you can, I guess, like, limit it. Maybe, in a sense, because I promise you, you're not going to want to deal with, like... I mean, actually, I guess 2 NPCs isn't too bad if they're both controlling one each. So if they get to play, like, 2 characters, in a sense. If you have to control them, then eek. Eek. That is effort. The Ill-Rigger is a new one. It's like a warlockish, but they made a pact with the devil, so the party member has pacted with Asmodeus. Fair, nice. Okay, I think the best thing for me to do is he's leveled up and he's not even leveled, so I need to get rid of this. These are my 2 best at the moment, so we're going to... This is the best one that I've got. So let's breed these 2. I feel like this is half this game. I do controls with the NPCs, but I don't mind. I mean, yeah, you don't mind, but it just makes, because you've already got loads of like enemies to worry about. I think the last thing you need to worry about is more is dealing with more characters as it is, you know. That's leveled up. He's not fully leveled up. I could put points into this one. I think we're going to go vitality into them, right? Yeah. If it gets bigger, then I'll give them another character control. Yeah. But I think as well for you, especially if you're playing, I think going above a party of 4, 5 at a push is, you don't want to go above 5. A party of 4, like 3, a party of 2 is alright. 3 to 4, good. 5, over 5? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I would not bother doing a party of 5. It'll be too much hassle. Especially for a first campaign. In the future, when you've had a good more experience, then yeah, I think you can do it. But like my friend, he picked up way too much than he can chew. Like his first campaign that he's done, which is what we're still playing now. He's doing. I think Matt currently has us in a party of 7, and he's hating it. Yeah, my friend. I think he also started a party. No, there was Charlie, Ryan, Adam James. I think my friend also did a party of 7. I might be forgetting someone. So maybe 8. Maybe 8. But now I think our party's dropped down to like 6. Currently, it's who's currently it's Charlie, Dan, Mel. There's 6 of us currently. So it's got less. 2 people dropped out and 1 person jumped in. No, 3 people dropped out. 2 people jumped in. There we go. But yeah, man, it's a struggle. I feel bad for him if that's what he's doing, because it's not always fun. It is not always fun. Again, I think I did a party of 5. I know I did a party of 6, and I think I did all right. The only thing I know, I don't know if Matt did, but I had a lot of I had watched a lot of D&D. So even though I didn't know how to DM, I had kind of like the confidence to DM, in a sense. Actually, I start off with like 3. In all honesty, I start off with 3. Started off with 3, and then more people joined. I started off with 3, then it went up to, I think, 5, then it went up to 6, then one of our characters dropped out, and it went to 4 or 5 again, I think. What am I wanting to do here? But Matt has us like 4 or 5 sessions in, and it's been 9 months or something. He got like 3 sessions in, and then he couldn't make enough content for another session in 2 weeks, so he didn't do another session for like 5 months. Yeah, I mean, I would say like it happens. I mean, it does happen, unfortunately. I need to separate these 2. It does happen. But I think also at that point it sounds like he's not. He just can't commit to the amount of like the time it takes. Or he's struggling to get ideas, or later. Like I say lazy. It could be lazy. It could be like a struggle for like writer's block. Because I won't lie, there was times where I really struggled. But for me, I didn't want to let any of my players down. And I set, there's nights that I stayed up to like 4 o'clock in the morning before I had to go to college at like 8, just to write an episode or a session for them. Like I really stayed up late. Ow. Cause like, yeah, ow, fuck. I'm dying. Ow. Fucking hiccups. Don't worry. I'm gonna mute myself as I'm casually dying. Hopefully I won't be muted for too long. But these really hurt. Okay, I just drank a bunch of water. I think I might be fine. I really hope I am, because I fucking hate those hiccups. I cannot stand them. They hurt so much. The thing is I'm struggling with is when I do my campaign, which I don't know when that is. I want to be able to start a campaign in a couple weeks, ideally. I know I'm not going to be able to. Matt does everything by the book though, which is what I think is kind of holding him back. So nothing homebrew, so he has the survival mechanics in it, and we need components for spells. If I come up with an idea, I just put it in my campaign. Matt has to make sure it complies with the rules in the handbooks. Yeah, some people are like that, which you can't fault them for. Some people are really like anal about staying to the rule book, which again, nothing wrong with. Some people are a bit more loose. I'm definitely a lot more loose. I would rather my character, my players, be able to play how they want. And also, I don't personally like the components part of the game. I think for like rituals, I think components make sense. But I think like if you need components to like cast magic missile or whatever, I just think it's fucking stupid. They're magic casters. And also I don't agree with the prepared spells. I play that a little bit loosely as well. I play it by if your character can have 10 spells but can only prepare 8, fuck that, you can have all 10. Because I think once you know a spell, you know a spell. That's it. It's like a power for you. I don't like how you can only have X amount of your spells prepared. I hate that rule. I think it's stupid. I think the only time you can't have like something like that is again rituals. I think rituals are the only thing that I'm like, yep, you know what? You have to do something special for that. Any of these even that good? This is alright, actually. Leveling up this one. But I'm not against with someone going against the, going solely on the rule books, you know? I think it's alright. I can also understand as a player that sometimes that does get a bit frustrating. Because also as a player, you want to play the game how you want to play, but then so that's not the same as how the DM wants to run a game. It can get a bit complicated as long as there's like you can come to like some sort of like understanding or middle grounds, or just accept that one person wants to do this and the other wants to do that, then fine. As long as you guys don't fall out about it, because obviously you can run your own campaign, he can play in that if he wants to, blah 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 blah. But it happens. It happens. Okay, we've got an ad break starting soon. Do I... No, I've leveled him up. I need to check all these characters. I think for him... Is it just Vitality that we're doing? I think it's just Vitality we're doing for him. So I'll pump him up. I'll move on. This one's gonna... I don't know what we're doing for this one. It looks like Agility. So let's start from here. Let's go full into Agility on all of them. Didn't enjoy the fact that Nick's animal companion says it has a climb speed of 30 foot, but his companion is a cow. So the cow could climb walls, but it was in the rulebook, so he couldn't argue against it. Yeah, I don't understand his hate for that, in all honesty. I don't even, honestly, I don't even know about a cow that can climb walls. So, I mean, fair play. But I don't see why you can hate against it. If it's in the rulebook, it's clearly, it clearly can't be just a standard cow, right? Surely. Like, surely it has to be some sort of weird cow. I think this is just not as good as this. So I'm actually going to release him. He will be stronger than this. Both of those will be stronger. So let's get rid of both of these. I don't want to breed the same things. We'll keep him. Oh, my headset is dying. That's not ideal. I'm not gonna even bother leveling up cats. Okay, we've got an ad break starting, so... Did I just press a button to do that? No. Okay, so we're gonna go sit up here. I'll quickly select a mission. I'm gonna try and finish my dinner in that time, maybe. We'll see. We do need to progress to the next planet now. Which I think I'll do. I think we'll do that. Ow. But also, as I was saying, I don't know how often I would want to hoop. Hoop? The hiccup. They hurt, if that's what you're saying. Oh. I don't know what I was saying about, well, with D&D, hop. With D&D, I don't know how often I want to run a session. I don't know if I want to do it every week. I used to do it every week, but I don't know if every week is too often. It sounded like hop. Honestly, I can't. I don't know if anyone understands it, but the hiccups I have, oh, it hurts so much. It hurts so much. It's whenever for some reason, I take a mouthful of food. I bet it's awful. But I don't know how often I would run a session. I don't know how often I'd want to. Okay, I've got 1 minute and 40. I can do my sessions every week. It was getting rough when I lost some motivation. But I got it back and kind of dedicated myself to making sure I wrote good sessions. At this point, I've got like 4 or 5 sessions worth of content prepared. We normally do about 5 or 6 hour sessions every week. Yeah, nice. So yeah, I was doing a session every week in most cases. Sometimes there was a week we had to skip because like a couple of people couldn't make it or blah 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 blah. My sessions weren't as long as yours. I kind of wish they were, because I like the long D&D sessions like that. My sessions were probably about 3 hours long. But in most cases, I did a session every week. But that was when a lot of like me and my friends had a lot more time. Now we don't, like, all of our schedules conflict. So I don't know if I would rather do like a weekly session or a bi-weekly session, or try and do like one big day of like one big session a month. Be hard to do every one big session every month, because again, people need to commit a whole day. It's hard to commit a whole day, so I really don't know. But as you just said, you got like 4 or 5 sessions worth of content prepared. I did not at that time. I really did not. But I guess in the future, that's my plan to do anyway. So maybe that wouldn't be too much of a problem. Doing weekly episodes if I'm so far planned ahead. All it takes is get, what, like 10 sessions ahead. And then in those 10 weeks, as long as you spend like 1 day planning like 4 sessions, you get a lot more time. I was debating moving my sessions to Foundry to avoid any issues when it comes to meeting up in person for sessions. Moving to Foundry from what though? What's the first thing that you moved from? Because I don't know. I've heard of Foundry, but I don't know what it is. Was it like a map? I feel like for some reason it's coming to my head that it's map related, but it might not be. Steen, also just asking about these donuts. Do you not want them? Because I don't think I can eat all of these tonight. I've only just finished eating my curly fries. And now I got that an hour and a half ago. So I don't think I can eat all of these donuts. And I'd rather not throw them away. No, I want them, but I need to cut all that shit out. I see. From paper and pen and drawing maps on a map, Foundry is a VTT software. I think they have like 200 tabletop games tabled into it for you to boot up and use. One-time payment software. Okay, so yeah, it is what I'm thinking of. It is what I was... A virtual tabletop software. Okay, yeah, that is what I was thinking of. I mean, you can do... You can vary, I guess, right? If you can... It's whatever works best for you guys. I know, like, for me, like, now a lot of my sessions would be done over Discord. So I would want to do it all digitally. There was, and I still want to... Give me a second, I'll find it and I'll see if I can show you. I've got something on wishlist. I don't know what it's called though. So I have to have a little scavenge. I found a game that was made for developing dungeons, like maps. It was decent, but it didn't have what I needed to make. It was just the fact that I make these maps that I can't show my players, so it's a way for my players to get a better understanding of the areas they are in. You play do you play in person, or like currently do you play in person or over or like online? We play in person in Missing Geek. Ah, okay. That's where I used to play. So this... Oh, you can't see it. Hang on. So this is something I've looked at. I believe you get to build all your dungeons. Yeah, so you get to build, and then you get to put all the models in and blah 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 blah. So this is one that I've been thinking about for when I run my campaigns. I don't know if they have what I need to do futuristic though, so I don't know. There's another game similar to this. I don't know if I'll be able to find it on here. You got that. I've not played that. I don't think I'm gonna find it. It was like another building game. Like it was purely just building. I bought it, didn't like the feeling of it. Found you also only needs the DM to own the software for other players to join, which yeah, that sounds good. I don't know if this has the same thing as well. It's got family sharing, so no, I think you have to all buy it separately. I think you have to all buy it separately. But also, if your DM has this and they can just screen share on Discord, fantastic. So it's definitely something that I've considered. I think it's all fantasy. Oh no, no. There's cyberpunk. So this is something I might use in the future. Mixed over with like D&D Beyond. But you can get some cool stuff, and I like the idea of building a 3D world, if possible. And obviously, the thing is, it takes a lot of time, so it might get to a point where I just go like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing it," and just doing 2D is what's done because again, there's already so much time that goes into building, like designing the world and coming up with quest ideas and this and that, and all the towns and characters and items, and like there's so much that already goes into it that, especially when you're not being paid to do it, it's not your job like it is for Critical Role. That justifying the time to do that is kind of a bit hard. But one thing I want to do is, again, I said how I was gonna do my futuristic campaign. Soon, I'm gonna start kind of playing around with it. I think what I'm gonna do is on D&D Beyond. You can make stuff and you can homebrew it. I think I'm gonna put it on like D&D Beyond or something. I would say Kickstarter, but it'll be too much effort to kickstart. But I might just put it up for like sale. All the stuff that I've done. Maybe not tons of money, maybe like a couple quid to get every single spell in the game converted. I don't know. I'm gonna see, but I want to seriously get into D&D. I would love to do a D&D show. Like stream or YouTube or something like that. Again, I also want to do comics. I started writing a book based on my very first D&D character. I didn't get very far into it. But I've like got characters that I thought of, and like the relation to, and like how the start of her story starts, and then like how it's gonna like roughly like end in a sense. And I would like to make that into a comic book. But obviously that's a bit easier said than done. I don't do it as a full-time thing. I don't do it as a part-time thing. I'm not talented like Matt Mercer. I don't have the voicing capabilities of Matt Mercer or anyone else on Critical Role. I don't have the artistic ability of anyone who's artistic. I've got nothing. I've got nothing left. But I want to at some point. I do want to at some point. It's like every time after watching like Vox Machina or Mighty 9, I'm like, ugh. I want to play again. I want to do so much. But I have an idea for a campaign, which is, I think, the first campaign that I want to run, coming back to D&D. It's a really, I would love to say it's a really cool idea that I had, blah, 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 blah. It's not, unfortunately. I mean, it's a cool idea, but it's not my idea. I'm going to essentially run one huge campaign, maybe not super huge, but big-ish, but it's based off of Expedition 33 in a sense. So you're gonna have, like, my first group, let's say, just for example, is Zoe and Charlie. They're my first two people that are going to play in this campaign. They go through, they play, they get to a certain point, and they die. Because at some point, they will die. The world will be designed in a way that they will die. But all the progress they made can be picked up in the next campaign, or the next run of that campaign, which will be new people. In an ideal world. So, for example, there'll be, you got campaign 1, run 1, which is Zoe and Charlie. And you got campaign 1, run 2, which is, let's say, for example, is you, Matt, and Nick. And now 3 of you are in there, and you're either exploring a different part of the world than they did the first time, or you're following the footsteps of them. And pick it up from where they left off. But obviously, by the time if they get to level 5 and they die, you'll probably, the second lot of people will start at like level 3 or level 4. So if you went to take on that same place that they took on at level 5, you probably won't win. You need to go do something else. But will you know that? Who knows? But that's my general idea at the moment, which I like. And I really wish I could say, oh my god, I had a fantastic idea, but I didn't. I really did not have that fantastic idea. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is, I don't know if I've even leveled this one up. I haven't. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. That's going to be one of the campaigns that happen in one dimension, and then there'll be another dimension that will carry on or have some sort of relation to that dimension or to the overall thing. So I don't know when I'm going to do this Cyberpunk one. I've got no clue. I don't know if I'm going to do it soon, like if it's going to be one of my first campaigns I do, or if it's going to be one of the later ones I do. I do want to run or be in a Cyberpunk or Fallout game at some point. Matt and Nick won't do a Fallout themed one, but I might be able to convince them to do a Cyberpunk one. Why won't they do Fallout? Just out of curiosity. I'm trying to think myself like how you do a Fallout one. I think the only way I can think about doing a Fallout one is you won't. I mean, you could still be magic users. I mean, you still could. It just some sort of like cataclysmic event has happened or something. It's definitely interesting. I don't know why they wouldn't want to do it. I feel like anyone who has someone wanting to run stories, there's a YouTube channel who made a custom Fallout RTC RPG, which what? I think I've heard about that actually. I think I've heard about that. I just don't see why you wouldn't want to play them. Like, if you have someone who wants to run games that you're not having to pay for, and you get to play this version of D&D, I don't know why you wouldn't want to. It doesn't make sense to me. Someone's willing to give up hours of their free time to try and create a story or a game that you can play and have fun in. Oh, how could they? How could you, Dan? But Matt and Nick just don't want to. Matt says he would only play high fantasy, but he's interested in cyberpunk. I don't understand why. You get like different opportunities. Like, I mean, fair, if he doesn't want to, then he doesn't want to. But I feel like you just get more options. Like, you get to experience different settings, different like story ideas, stuff like that. I don't see the reason to not want to do that. I think this is a bad version. So we're going to bin this. That could be alright. I'm going to put plus 15 into a point, which will probably be vitality. But agility's not going to be the same. I mean, what am I currently doing anyway? 01, 02, 03, 02, 16, 16, 01, 01, 09, 09. Get rid of this. Would this be stronger? So 2, 2, 3, 3. Recuperation is 1. Agility is 9. And vitality is 2, but this is 16. So plus 15 onto that. That can't go up anymore. So that had to be at level 1. So this is actually slightly better. But it's not leveled up yet. So these two are going to go in and breed. I feel like this is like half the game. Is breeding. I think that's going to be the best one that I have. I think that's probably the next best one. I mean, it's got higher agility, but the other ones aren't as high. I mean, if that was 5 levels higher, oof. Screw it. Let's just do it. Let's just do those two. I wish I could train more and increase the levels more, because only getting 1 to level 15 every like 10 minutes is quite long. Okay, let's just leave them and let's just have a look here. Any goods? I mean, it could be alright. We already said that this one was good, right? So 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 9. I think that's worse. Are these two the same? No, this one is worse than this one. I think this one is worse. Let's look. We got. I just wish there was a number at the bottom. You got 10, 17, 19, 21. And then you got 10, 12, 15, 17. So this one's worse. So that one needs to level up. Okay, let's go whack these in. I still just wish I could train more at once. I wonder if there's a expert workout additional. If I can get to rank 18, I muted myself by accident. Let's just go and rank something up. Let's just go and do something. What can I level up? I think he's plasma. I can do a Quipek. I can't. I can't do a Quipek. Gillick. Can't do a Gillick. Oh, I can do one of these, I think. Oh, Golden Egg Voidling. How do I know how do I know if it's been hatched then? I guess I just have to do like one of these, right? Or this. Let's just do this first. So I've not done this one yet. So let's go for this. It's going to increase our Wrangler. It's just evolve. I don't really care what we get. I've already gone for the tree that I wanted. So now I'm kind of here just to unlock better versions. Alright, I gotta go to bed. I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow night. No worries, man. Thank you for sticking by. And thank you for the resub. Much appreciated for both of them. But yeah, have a good night. And hopefully, yeah, see you back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. No clue. No clue. But yeah, thank you, man. Have a good night. Do I really want to go down... If I go... I've already done that one. I haven't done that, but 20 pyro. If I go down here, I get here. Or I can go here and then go down there. Which actually makes probably better sense. Know my desires. Bum, 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 Did I fully... I did... I just need to check. I don't know if I fully upgraded. I need to drink more water. Okay, yeah, I did fully upgrade. Nice. So these two still need to be upgraded. I think these have higher stats than these now. So I move these down. And then I'm just gonna try and level this one up. I don't know what elements this little one has. Bam 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 bam. Bam bam bam. I don't have loads of electric. I do have quite a few cryo. So we can definitely do cryo. And that's going to get us to Wrangler 18. This one I'll probably actually pick the stats that of abilities that I want at first. Shoot home projectiles. Shoot slow move home projectiles. Explosive stars that burst and deal damage around their target. I think I prefer that. It is too hot. There is sweat in my butt crack. Shoot a freezing that passes through enemies, explode at its apex. Shoot a shard that passes through enemies and returns to your character. Each time it passes through an enemy, it spawns secondary home shards. Yeah, I quite like that. There's sweat in my butt crack. Sweat in my butt crack. It's dripping onto my balls. There is sweat dripping on my balls now. Executing an enemy triggers a blast that applies sleep. Apply 5 bleed stacks when enemies become frostbite stun. Hell yeah. Oh, look at the colour of that bad boy. That looks sick. That looks sick. Sick. Too bad it's never going to get used because its stats are dog shit. Stats are well dog shit, mate. Okay, let's go over here and speak to this matey. Add an additional level machine. Hell yes. So we've got one Quipek done. We can now actually level up these, because I think these are better than one I've just done. I feel like, honestly, I could spend a lot of my time not playing the actual gameplay of this game. Also, hang on, where did the one that I just trained... Oh, he's there, okay. I don't think he's going to be strong, but I'll level him up. We'll wait until we get them back. These ones. So I might go and try and breed something else in the meantime, because that's like 15 minutes to wait. Did I put the Gilix back in? I did. I might try and breed... Oh no, I've already got Quipex going. Okay, let's go do... Let's just go do a mission. Let's go do a mission. I need to speak with Rachel. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I've stopped listening to the story now. I don't care. There's too much talking. I still need to find a golden egg. I don't know what I'm missing in that. Ugh. Okay, we need something corrosive. I've got something corrosive, which I mean I do have, but I don't think it's level 15. I do have. What's his abilities? I'm just gonna go Vitality, I think. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go on for before heading off because, I don't know when I'm gonna go to bed. I don't think I'm gonna go to bed as late as I normally do, which is usually around 2 o'clock. I don't think I'm gonna do that. So, just doing one thing. Okay. And I have a shield. No, I don't have a shield. Oh, I do have a shield. That's healing. My shield is my dodge. Okay. Works for me. I'm at the point where I don't actually know if I want to go to sleep because of the heat. I think maybe, to be fair, I think I'll probably be fine because I've got a nice little cooling pad, like a dog. I bought myself a dog cooling pad. that what was in the box? No, no, no. That what was in the box? I don't know if I should tell you what was in the box because what was in the box is a bunch of Funkos. I did say on stream that I might during one of the ad breaks just open up all the Funkos I just got. But it is Funkos. Longest fucking time ago, the time I'll kick a pill. And live a humble family, for the just for the food. Hey, there was a black sheep, and he knew just what to do. His name was Young JP, and he refused to step in line. You could see his shit fucking rocking all the time. No! And it's still online. Ba-ding. Cause I who fucking dragon, sickle eyes, and fucking lure. Gotta get on out and the party's on. Ding 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 ding. I want another Tenacious D film as well. I don't know if that's just me, but I would like another one. I don't know what they could do. Would you carry on from the first one? What about a Brutal Legend film? Would a Brutal Legend film be any good? Bam, 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 bam. Sucker cock. Doubt there'll be another one. Not sure if they're still friends after Jack disowned Kyle after the Trump shit. No, I think that they're back. I think they're back. I don't think he disowned him. I just think they just kind of separated a bit, didn't they? But I think they're talking again. I think they're good again. I think they're good. Now I could be wrong, but I'm sure I saw something somewhere about them being you know, fine again. I think the probably thing is it's probably the people at Minecraft. Yes, Jack Black and Kyle Gass are still friends, despite the massive fallout in 2024 when Gass made a controversial joke about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, which led back to cancel their tour and place Tenacious D on an indefinite hiatus, with Drew has since reconciled. Following the incident, the pair took time apart to let the media storm settle. In subsequent interviews, Gass stated that he understood why Black needed to publicly distance himself to protect his massive Hollywood career. Ultimately, the long-time friends hashed it out. Gass described their relationship as a marriage that goes through ups and downs, but emphasized that they are all good and still remain close friends. The status of Tenacious D. While their personal friendship has been repaired, Tenacious D is not immediately returning to the stage. Both musicians have stated that they need a break and are focused on separate projects, though they have both hinted that the band will eventually return. So yeah, I think they're calm. I think they're friends. Bum ba bum. As far as I can tell, I thought I heard somewhere that they were friends and they were looking to do something. Again, I thought they had like some sort of tour or something coming up, but I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I probably am wrong, but I thought there was something coming up. But I think I'm wrong. For some reason, I've not looked it up, but I thought for some reason they announced a show or something. I was like, oh, why can't they announce England? But I have a feeling they didn't, because they didn't say anything when I just looked it up there. But I never for a second thought that they weren't going to be friends. I don't think Jack Black cares. Again, it was because of his career, and the Minecraft movie was about to come out, and like it's meant to be like one of the biggest movies like ever. So I think they were like, no, sorry, no, but you have to like sack him off. Otherwise, this film's gonna flop, and you're the fault. You know. I need to get up there. I might have destroyed my only way up there, but by the looks of it, there's a lot of back and forth things. Have I been up? I think I've been up that way. I've been up that way. So I have to use this. Bum ba da bum bum bum. It's not Jack caring, it's Carl caring about Jack publicly disowning him. Yeah, but at that point, right, surely if you're friends, you would understand. Because like he made a joke. Which I mean I don't understand it. Like there's a lot of people who like, because they're basically in a sense comedians, right? Like you have to take everything they say with a bit of like a pinch of salt, I guess. Like there's been loads of other comedians to make jokes along that manner and blah 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 blah. So what's the difference between this guy making a joke and like Jimmy Carr making a joke? He wasn't joking though. The thing is, he can say that he was joking. Right, you can say, oh, it's just a joke. It's a comedy show, like... Of course I'm joking. I know he wasn't. We all know he wasn't. But, like, surely in that scenario, if that's the thing, you could be like, I'm just joking. Like, we are a comedy duo. We are musicians, but we are comedians. Like, all the music we do is comedy-based. Like... You know what I mean? But, again, I think Kyle probably understands because... Again, Jack Black is a huge actor. The Minecraft movie, I think I generally think it's probably more towards the people behind the Minecraft movie who are like, you need to release a statement, distancing yourself from the situation right now. Because the film is gonna flop if you don't do this, or blah 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 blah. We can't have this publicity attached to the film. You need to distance yourself. I feel like the Minecraft team made him, as you would say, publicly disown Kyle. Like, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Oh, my eyes are starting to hurt. I just need to get back into wearing my blue light glasses. I've not worn them for a while now. No, we've got an ad break coming up in 15 minutes, which nearly takes us to 1 o'clock in the morning. So I think that probably ends up being a good time to end the stream. Somebody else that is danger. Oop. Can't dodge with that, I forgot. I really like this attack. I think that's my favourite primary attack so far. Is the little projectiles. The little balls. Love me some little balls. I'm really hoping I got all the mutagens and golden eggs and whatnot. That'd be pretty cool to do it all first go. Would love to. Would love that. Man, I'm so tired. I think my age is starting to catch up to me. I don't understand what it is. I just can't. No! Hell yeah. No, honestly, I'm just getting tired earlier. I feel like I'm getting tired early and earlier, day by day. Is there no new? Is it all these little fellas? There's no new lads? No, just all them. Oh, also maybe the heat isn't helping. I really don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, we got all collection. Awesome. Oh, now we go and do like 20 minutes of upkeep. Here we go. 20 minutes of upkeep. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, first of all, let's hatch these eggs. Done. Ooh! 2 new things! Look at them, they're disgusting. These little creatures have gone from like nice little cute things to disgusting little cretins. They're horrifying, I hate them. They're disgusting, I want nothing to do with them. They can go sit straight at the back. I don't want them. I don't want them. Okay, get out of the way. First of all, I need to actually come over here. I need to get the eggs and hatch everything. And then I'm probably going to end stream relatively soon after I've like done all this stuff. But I might sit on for a little bit extra just whilst I'm doing stuff and getting ready for bed, and just have all my have these like train up to level 15. So nothing exciting will be missed, but I think I might do that just so I can work on the stats a bit and find what's best. Witty, that's not bad. Again, we'll have a little look. As to what we can do. I don't know. We are level 20 now, so yeah. There you go. We can do a training to level 20. So let's get our Quipex back and get them organized into our inventory, which are these two. These are the 2 big ones at the moment. These are on entirely the wrong page, but that's fine. We've just hatched them, so that's fine. Let's bring these back. So these are the 2 that we've been breeding with. If I do very quickly, 2 plus 3 plus 1, well, plus 16 plus 1 plus 9 minus 15, 16. And this is 20 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 14 minus 15. 24. So 16 is the lowest we have. So if we do 2 plus 2 plus 9 plus 1 plus 7 plus 15, that's going to be 36. So this one is better. 2 plus 3 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 15 is 39. So that one's also good. I think that one was better. That was 36. And this is 2 plus 3 plus 11 plus 1 plus 7 plus 15, which is 39. So those 2 are good. This is 1 plus 3 plus 20 plus 1 plus 14, which is 39. And then 2 plus 3 plus 16 plus 1 plus 9 is 31. So this is the worst out of all of these. So he needs to go, and we need to train a new one up, which is going to be one of these 2. Which, in honesty, actually means I can get rid of this one, and these are now my main 2. Now, 1 1 11 4 2, 1 1 11 2 2. So this one is better than that. Let's move. Hang on, is this? Oh, hang on, no. Is this? What one's better? 4 1. So this is. And it's just. I hate this. 1 plus 1 plus 11 plus 4 plus 2, 19. 4 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2 plus 7. 23. I don't know how much that was. One's 23 and one's 19, which is 4 plus. So this one is stronger than this one. And out of these two... Oh, hang on. Ah. That's why. I knew something was wrong there. I knew something was wrong there. So these two are my two strongest. Now, if I do 1 plus 1 plus 21 plus 4 plus 7 minus 15, so that's 19 altogether. 2 plus 3 plus 21 plus 2 plus 8 minus 15 is 21. So already, 2 plus 3 plus 21. This one is stronger than that one. I'm trying to rank them. I know it's long, but to be fair, I probably don't need to do all of this in stream. So I'm gonna head off. I'm just gonna figure out what ones have the best stats. I'm gonna train them up and then get them ready for breeding for next time. So, thank you for watching, everyone. Have fun, much appreciated. Should be back streaming tomorrow. No clue what I'm streaming. I don't know if I'm streaming with Zoe. I don't know if I'm streaming alone. I don't know if I'm streaming with Charlie. I have no clue. Charlie might be back tomorrow. He might not be. I've got no clue what's going on. So I can't give any information. So yeah, have fun, everyone. Take care.